The Chinese city of Suzhou is known as the Venice of the East because of its intricate waterways and is now drawing attention for another grand project, a sprawling network of databases designed to track the behavior of mainland citizens. Our Greater China executive editor John Liu has the story. And John, so our reporters went to Suzhou to check out this social credit system being rolled out there. What did they find?
Well, they found mostly teething problems. And so the reason we went to Suzhou is it was one of a dozen cities around China, locations around China that rolled out a credit system, a social credit system on a trial basis. And they actually won lots of awards. But when our reporters went down there, they found lots of problems. The biggest of which was that most of the citizens of Suzhou didn't know that the city had rolled out a social credit system. So one example, there's about 13 million people tracked by the Suzhou credit system. Everybody starts out with a score of 100. About an eighth of the people being tracked have a score higher than 100, which means they've done things to improve their score. Less than 5,000 have scores below 100. And then you have 11 million people who are just at 100, who haven't had any change in their social credit rating.
So a problem with awareness that this system even exists, but for those people in Suzhou who did know about it, what do they think about the social credit system?
Well, that's a little bit nuanced. I mean, China's had a lot of problems with behavior, corporate and socially. For example, we had the big melamine scandal with milk powder being poisoned and infants dying from that incident, even to things like jaywalking and littering. And so if this is a way to stop people from behaving poorly, people support it. But at the same time, there's a lot of concern that this is a very invasive way to control how people behave. People worry that errors could lead to them not being able to get bank accounts or to get loans. And outside of China, there's a lot of worry that this is going to be used and potentially abused as a way to keep dissent in check, to change the way that China's citizens behave.
Yeah, Western politicians worrying about some sort of Orwellian dystopia here. But how founded should their worries be given the teething problems that you already mentioned?
I think it's a little bit hard to tell at the moment because these things are not really solid yet and there have been so many problems. One of the things that the government needs to happen is for all the various agencies involved that have the different pieces of data to work together. And that's not happening right now just for the simple reason of bureaucracy. The government departments aren't sharing as they should and they don't want to take on the responsibility that they have to take on.